Dude, what's up, y'all? This is episode 4 of Ghetto Love Goes, called The Breakup Show. I'm your host, Joe.
Hey, Joe. I'm Johnny. Y'all know me.
What's going on, y'all? Mike B here again.
And then we have our guest.
Donny. I'm trying to loosen up. Take a little time.
My boy.
It's all right.
It's all right. We
Just loosen on up. Just loosen on up. You all right?
When we get into the subject matter, I'm pretty sure he'll open up and say what he got to say.
That part.
You know? I'm just saying, that's how it was too, you know.
Listen. So if y'all don't get the concept, the breakup show is breaking up with people, getting broke up with, all types of jazz. So let's start this out. Y'all ever been broke up with?
I have. I've definitely been broken up with before.
I've had my heart shattered.
I agree with Johnny.
Yeah, I've been broken up with and the breaker upper.
Yeah, I'm usually on that side of the fence.
The breaker, I'm usually on the breaker upper side.
You know what? I don't even be breaking up with people. What I do is I just casually evaporate out of their life.
You casually evaporate?
You know, I was doing that when I was younger. I try not to do that now.
Yeah, I try to be. Yeah, you're right. I try to be very clear in my communication, but sometimes I just be like, "She don't listen anyway."
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm breaking up with you because you don't listen. So I know you ain't gonna get me telling you that I'm dumping you. But sometimes you gotta give it to them, like in writing.
You gotta slide across a contract, like
something. It gotta be concrete. Like don't expect to be. It's not okay to pop up at my house no more because like we ain't that. No
Damn, they know where you live.
But some don't get that still, regardless. Like you can give them a detailed breakup. Like I don't ever want to see you again in life. I believe they'd be like, all right, talk to you tomorrow.
Right?
Bitch, what? What you mean you gonna talk to me tomorrow? Like, no. So I did like get some questions. That have you ever been broken up with? It's crazy that 71% of people said no. That means that they're the breaker uppers. Like,
I think that's cap.
You think that's cap?
No, I think
that's usually what it is.
It's the ghosting thing. I feel like people feel like if they ghost you, that's breaking up. Like,
so then officially you haven't been broken up with if you just get ghosted. And I understand that, but like
it's less messy in a lot of ways. I guess
I definitely got dumped before. I got dumped, dumbest shit in the world. I got dumped because I was too nice.
Okay, let me explain that from a woman's point of view.
Yeah. Please do.
Okay, so the thing with us women is if we feel like you're too nice, we feel like it's too good to be true. Because why are you so nice? Like,
who hurt you?
Because I was hugged as a kid.
Right, like
but even if that woman wasn't like going through nothing toxic as a child or anything like that and got hugged as a kid, we still are like, nigga, why you so nice?
Yeah, I think she was right, exactly. You got a little spot in my heart and shit.
Like I'm trying to show you, like I am a little different in some ways, at least. Like I hold doors, I pull out chairs. The shit, you know, like why is that weird?
But like, it's because it's niggas like you that barely exist. Like,
right, yeah.
Like that's the thing.
The Mr.
Like,
Wonderful.
But that's easy shit though.
But it's a lot of us that did exist, and y'all turned us to the other niggas.
Because I'm like,
because after we done did it so long, and everybody be like, nah, this ain't it. We fuck it, let's try something different.
I'm definitely halfway on the other side
to the environment you in and shit. Like, now I'm an asshole.
Right. They be liking that shit for some reason.
But I do believe that women who are not used to let me say, I wouldn't even say it's the nice guy thing. You run into a hood ass nigga that give a fuck. You run into like a nigga that actually give a fuck. And you know how like your friends, women too, men and women will clown their friends for like being so nice to their significant other or like being up under them, always looking out, always like treating them accordingly. And but underneath that, you still that hood ass motherfucker, or that person that's like, I don't take no shit. Some bitches is not used to that. Some bitches are truly used to, I need a motherfucker who talk to me crazy all the motherfucking time. To them, that's what they want. I don't want that shit. I can't handle that shit. That is a no-go for me.
So they want toxic.
That basically
Nah,
bitches
they
like
won't.
some bitches like toxic.
These hoes they used to get punched. That's what it is, bro.
Well, okay, that
to
went
physical
left really
violence.
Nah,
fast.
that's right up the middle. That's what
Oh, yeah.
happened. When you not punching them in their shit, they be like, "Oh no, he too nice." What's wrong with you? What? We can't talk about this. You just want to get punched.
Let me tell you what I got told one time. She said, and this ties back to one of our first, I think our first episode. I was talking about I'm nonchalant, right? I'm not arguing. We can have a clear communication between each other, but I'm not the raising voice, throwing stuff at you, fighting, arguing, pushing you, throwing you on the couch or the bed. Like, I don't do that. We can debate, have different point of views. You can tell me how you felt about the situation. I can tell you why I did it or how I felt about it, whatever. But all that getting super emotional, snapping out, choking, grabbing, throwing stuff, arguing, all that shit, I do not do that. And that seems to be
the norm.
But it's all the time. Is you don't care.
Yeah,
you don't care.
You
distant. You don't care. You don't show no emotion. I'm like, because this is not most of the shit that women get emotional about. No, ladies, don't kill me. It's not worth getting emotional about.
You are true. I'm not gonna argue with you there.
In my why I've had arguments about shit that we didn't even go through or do.
Swear.
I'd be like, to be mad at the girl at her job, and she want to come home and be mad at me. I'd be like, I don't even know where you work at. The fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is going on? Like, what's all this? So like, and I know every man at this table could definitely have at least some kind of understanding of what I'm talking about, because
it seemed like that's what they like they translate into like love and into like you giving a fuck is when you like arguing and shit. Like,
I care so much, I gotta go crazy.
Exactly. Don't nothing get under your skin because you just don't care and shit like that. I've had women tell me that too. Like, oh, well, you just don't care about nothing, and then I start caring about shit, and now I'm on your neck about shit, and then we break up. Cause you stupid and now I care.
Cause you stupid and now I care.
Right. Like I was really chilling and just enjoying the ride. And now I'm starting to pay attention to shit and you're stupid. And I don't want to do this no more.
Yeah, that's true.
You coming with the heat today.
No, but that's true.
But that is true. Like, some women don't like, I wouldn't even say it's just a women thing. It's I feel like it's vice versa. Women and men who have never been in a relationship where a motherfucker has to stand their ground on them, step on their neck, push them to do shit. People who ain't never had that don't like that shit. Yeah. They don't like that shit. Yeah. I need a motherfucker to stand on me, tell me where I'm fucking up, push me to get where I need to be in this life, especially if we gonna be together forever. Like, if that's the plan, like push me to be where the fuck I need to be. Like, don't waste no time with me.
Y'all heard that too?
Yeah.
I thought I was tweaking out.
Like, wait a minute, what's going on?
So, elaborate on what you mean when you say like you want somebody to stand there. Because to me, that's like, at least the way it sounds aggressive. Like, I'm more so, I'll
encouraging.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't want you to, like, when I don't mean it in like an aggressive way, I mean it in
because niggas like stand on you.
Like, no, babe, don't do it this way. Do it this way. Like, teach me something. Encourage me to do better. Because in some relationships, motherfuckers will encourage you to be negative, non-fucking stop. So when I want you to stand on me to like be positive all the time, push them negative thoughts about my mind, like be like, hey babe, you can do this, like no matter what nobody say. Prime example, I was pissed off about work this week, and I'm one of the people where if I get pissed off, all bets are off. Like, I don't want to eat nothing, I just want to sit there. My husband was like,
mad at your madness.
Yeah, my husband was like, he was like, hey, shake that shit off, you good, fuck them. And I'm like, you know what? You right. Fuck them. Because at the end of the day, I'm not going to be here forever. I can't sit here and be mad at this shit forever. Encourage me to change my attitude and just be different and think different about shit. Because like Johnny said, y'all men are so fucking simple. It's literally simplicity when it comes to y'all thoughts, the way that y'all move, the way that y'all react to shit. And when we get a reaction out of y'all, the shit is scary.
Definitely.
It's scary as a motherfucker. Like, it's scary. So that's like, I'm learning, like, brush that shit off. Be more nonchalant about bullshit.
Exactly. You got to pick and choose what get under your skin.
Yep.
But the reason I was asking that is because usually when I hear like, oh, you got to stand on them or whatever like that, it's like some type of weird form of like forced submission and shit.
Control, dominance.
That ain't even my thing. I didn't come into this to change you and shit. I didn't come into this to like twist your arm to get you to do what I'm not even a like do what I say type of nigga.
Yeah.
So that shit is like back to the topic and shit. I'm usually gonna break up with you if I feel like I gotta force you to do what I say. That shit's weird as hell because I'm not your fucking dad. I'm not your boss at work. So why am I? That's like my biggest reason. That and then like weird insecurity are like my biggest things that cause breakups and shit.
Yeah, like I shouldn't. You know what I mean? Like you ever dated a girl who was cute, but she didn't think she was cute, and like you got to constantly reinforce that she is attractive. And
Ain't
shit.
nobody got time for
Yeah,
that.
that's
Shit.
some
Take
new
that
shit.
insecure
That's
ass.
some
Like
new
that
shit.
shit is exhausting.
It actually ain't new shit. It's just like certain people just don't understand how beautiful they truly are.
Yeah,
because another motherfucker been knocking them down,
right.
instead of building them
Mm-hmm.
up. So it'd be like that.
And they kind of get conditioned to be knocked down.
So when you
come
trying
along,
to be real, like,
it's like, what's wrong with him? How come? And then 15 years later, she's like, I should have married him because he was the one.
But I honestly don't even think that's a new thing. Growing
No,
It's
not
it's
new.
not.
That's like a you thing.
Oh yeah,
that
a
they gotta
new thing.
figure out.
Yeah, like growing up, like I believe in I always say it starts at home. If you ain't telling your son or your daughter that they're beautiful and handsome at home, that they can do everything, you are this, you are that, my dad always would say, you can do this. You can do that. Like if it start at home. So if you in a relationship with somebody and they insecure as a bitch, that shit should have started at home. Like that's to me, I feel like that's childhood trauma. I don't want to be in a relationship with a motherfucker who thinking they ugly. Fucking stop. Like it's okay to be like, babe, this
I'm offended.
Good.
You think I like ugly bitches? Damn.
No.
I'm saying
like, that's
how I would feel
right.
with her. Like, so I just picked the ugly bitches. What you trying to tell me? That's fucked up. Like I like you because I gotta look at you.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
I genuinely like you.
But to touch on that too, like that's a point of privilege we speaking from because. How old are y'all? I'm 35.
I'm 31.
39.
I'm 29.
All right, so all of us is above 25, basically, right? And a lot of our parents, not ours specifically, but a lot of our age group's parents, they was crackheads, getting pimped and hoed and all kind of shit. Like, so a lot of us in our age group specifically did not grow up with that positive reinforcement from home if they was at home with their parents at all. Mm-hmm. Most of us was raised by grandparents or foster care or stuff like that, so they may not have ever gotten that. So to say that started at home, I get where you're coming from. I understand. I had a good. My mama is incredible, but also I know a lot of us in our age group, a lot of the women I've encountered or dealt with didn't grow up in that nurturing setting and everything like that. It was, almost them versus their mama to a certain degree, or them versus everything they had to deal with in life coming up. So they never got told it was beautiful except by that creepy ass friend of the family or uncle or some shit who was trying to take advantage of them or something crazy like that too. So like, you got to take everything with a grain of salt and I approach things from, unless I know your story, I kind of give you some leeway into, what could have happened. Because I don't know exactly how you was brought up or what happened.
That makes a lot of sense.
That's true.
But it took me a while to get to there because when I was 25, bitch, you crazy. Like, it was like,
get the fuck on.
But at 35, I understand, like, she may have been through more than what she looks like she's been through.
I feel like, and this is probably gonna be like, a little, but I feel like in a situation like that, how you feel, like if they got like insecurities and shit like that, or they think they're ugly or whatever like that, it's like you should combat that with what you see in your face, which is me. Like I'm always around. I'm not hiding you from nobody. I've never denied that I was fucking with you publicly or anything like that. Like,
I showed you off.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm wearing on my shirt that you are the person I'm fucking with. So how do you just feel so ugly inside or on the outside? And I'm not finna be, you know what I'm saying, parading around somebody that I think is a fucking gremlin and shit, So like you should feel that. Like if it's times I wake up and I don't feel, as handsome as I am and shit.
Me too.
But then it's like, throughout my day, I done got gassed a few times. Somebody done said something. It's like, I can't be that fucking ugly, Right. So I feel like you gotta the emotion that you might have inside, you gotta combat that with what you go through on a regular day. Like, ain't nobody constantly telling, "Oh, bro, you ugly, bro, you ugly, bro, you ugly." Like, it's some mixture in there. If somebody might think I'm beautiful and shit, so you gotta pick and choose what you want to listen to and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
So,
but that can be hard. Man.
That's some like mental adjustment shit.
You can't.
But I feel like, because it's like a girl will feel like, "Oh, I'm ugly," and blah blah blah. But then it's like it's 30 niggas trying to eat your butt in your inbox right now. So you really think you're that ugly
right now?
You know what I mean?
But so then they also know niggas just want to eat butt too. So
that's true. These niggas are fucking up the game, man.
So like,
you can't just give them a fucking up
compliment. She's not paying attention to that shit.
That's like, fucked up, bro.
You are a filthy gentleman, okay?
I'm just saying, niggas just be eating butt. That's true.
I mean, I don't do that, true. But I'm just saying, I got female coworkers and friends and stuff. They be showing me who be in the inbox saying that shit. I'm like, oh yeah, so Mr. George is a
fucking creep.
He just nasty. Like. You know what I'm saying? Ahmed and them, like they be going hard in the inboxes.
Yeah, I feel that for sure.
So I got a question. Has a breakup like ever affected y'all mentally?
Absolutely,
definitely.
Yeah.
Like what level of mentally?
I mean, it turned me into a hoe.
That's one.
Okay.
I think that's natural male response. Like, what, bitch? I'm outside now. What? Don't dump me.
Or, I don't know. I can't speak for every man, but I can speak for a lot of men. Generally, the first time a woman hurts you is how you handle every other woman you will ever come across for the rest of your motherfucking life.
Until you ready to settle back down.
Even then, you gotta fight that impulse and shit. Like it's like
my route didn't go like that. But I get what you're saying. That is like
a lot of. I'll be like, woo, brother. Like you could tell. Like I to this day, I got broken up with my first time. I was 16 years old, and I still to this day do not trust women because of the way she. And I was literally 20 years ago finna be right. And I'm like, damn, I should be over that shit by now. And I'm over it. Like, I'm not hurt because she done me, but I still carry like that cynicism into every encounter I have with women now. Like I have, I'll be like,
I mean, give us a little bit of the backstory. What happened?
So this is the first girl I ever like dated for real. My first girlfriend and shit. Like, and then she ended up getting pregnant. Told me the baby was mine. Her father was like, "That ain't your baby," right? Like her daddy told. He's like, "You're a good young man." He's like, "You smart. You got a lot going for you, all this shit, right?" He's like, "And I love you enough to tell you the truth. That ain't your baby." She was messing with some boy from out of town. And when she went out of town, all this extra shit. I was like, "Oh, okay."
Shout out, Pops.
Yeah, that was the real shit. Yeah. And then that was for her father to come to me and be like, "Listen, I gotta sit you down. It breaks my heart to tell you this." Like we went fishing after that and shit. It was a lot of shit. But like,
oh, you was his nigga.
Yeah, so like that. But just that shit broke me for a very, very, very long time. Like I didn't take nobody serious. I was a goddamn savage from 16 to like 24. It's like,
but it be like that sometimes. Like
I'm not saying it's okay.
It's definitely traumatic though. Yeah, what? I never went through that, my boy.
But women, like for women, it's different. When I had a fucked up breakup. Bro, I literally told my friends one time, didn't speak about that shit no more. Like I literally, it was like I closed that shit off in my head because nigga, you wasn't shit. And I knew you wasn't shit. And how I knew, my thing is I knew this nigga was cheating and I was cheating back, but he didn't know that I was cheating back.
That's like, how it go.
I literally was getting my get back so motherfucking nasty that still to this day, this motherfucker don't know how I was.
He know now.
He know now.
I don't give a fuck. Like I don't care.
You know for sure.
I don't care, but it's like
he typing right now.
Like after that, that was it. I didn't speak about it no more because not all women, but how my mindset go. If I don't speak about it, think about it, that shit is done. Now my mindset is move different, think different, analyze different, pay attention more. Like that's literally what I go into. Now, did I go into a hoe phase secretly because nobody knew? Like I didn't even tell none of my friends. Like it was secretly, like nobody knew. But other than that, like it's some women that be crying, like really fucking going through it. Like it's like, sis, pick yourself up. Like I always tell my friends, act like a nigga. when it come to these fucking breakups, when it come to you dating motherfuckers, because women,
don't do
no, hear me when I say this. Women have this thing where we put all our eggs in one basket. Y'all niggas don't do
Y'all
that.
do not do that.
Shit.
Y'all got way more players in the back.
Shit.
Crazy.
Now I had way more.
I know exactly what Donny doing. I know
Go explain it to us, Donny. Go and explain it to us.
Like, I was dealing with a chick before, and I thought we was 100. I thought we was good, but she had a nice little roster. Like, I knew I was her favorite team. Like, I was like the LeBron, but she had some nice Anthony Davis and some good backups.
Definitely,
sir. Let me tell you what that's called. That, in the words of one of my closest friends, that's the starting 5 and a 6-man. Okay,
there you go.
That's what that is. That's what the fuck that is.
But whatever happened to all the eggs in one basket? That's
right.
That fast.
Listen. And I'm telling you, after I had that breakup, I literally was like, yeah, starting 5 and 6-man, because my friend sat me down and was like, bitch, fuck these niggas. Mm-hmm. Like, listen, I'm a stand. I'm a rep for my bitches regardless. It's 3 of y'all and 1 of me. But
it's just 1 egg and 6 different baskets.
But when I say put all our eggs in one basket,
they go buy all the eggs at the store. Knock all the curtains. Right. All the eggs. Come on.
Like Donny said, it'll get to a point where we got that favorite one and we'll cut everybody else off, and then sometimes that favorite one ends up not being that motherfucking good.
Do that too,
because I be doing that.
Yeah, dudes do that all the time.
Y'all do?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, damn.
Like, I like her, but she's stupid. Or I like her a bunch, but, she can't cook. Or, like, I like her a bunch, but then she always act like Yvette from Baby Boy. It's like, it'd be like, one, like I fuck with. Because I'm guilty of that all the time. Like, my homies always get on my ass back. Because I be really liking motherfuckers. Like, I like that bitch, but I like all of my attention to be towards her and shit like that. And then she'll do some stupid shit like, oh, I ain't talked to you in 3 hours. You must was at your baby mama house. Yep, you cut. So now my egg ain't in that basket no more. You know what I'm saying?
And that's
stupid
how
shit
you
like
should do
that.
it. I honestly feel like that's how you should do it. Like, that's how you weave out the red flags. That right there alone is a fucking red flag.
That's what I'm saying.
Because, bitch, if we get together, you will be like, you ain't called me. Bitch, I've been at work all day.
That's true. But women don't like competition. So
yeah, they don't. That's
I like a little friendly competition.
See, for me, right, like but I've always done that, but now I'm just really clear and honest about the shit. Before, niggas I used to play, and I used to be like, no, baby, it's just you. All that extra shit, right?
No, I'll never tell that lie.
I used to. I used to say whatever was necessary. I am a what's convenient nigga, right? Like, so
I get you.
Well, not no more. I used to be a what's convenient nigga. So now I'm just clear about that shit. Like, hey, I am openly dating. There are other women that I'm involved with. Until me and you mutually agree that it's just we assume that there's other players on the field, right? Like, but niggas still be lying too, so they be like, no, they be laid up with you, and they just like I know niggas that I know who have done fuck 4-5 chicks in the same day and ain't watched the dick at all. Like,
we ain't gonna talk about that.
Okay, yeah, y'all gotta say that for that's nasty.
Go shower.
Right,
at least at minimum.
But no, I know you raw dog. Women do seem to shy away from competition. I don't like that. Me personally, it's never mattered to me. Like, I'm gonna just be tighter than that nigga.
But we built like that. We wired for that way.
What? You like, dude, that nigga suck. Watch this. And then that's just, when I try to be like super me and shit.
You had to try out for every team you ever wanted to play on.
Exactly,
bro. You had to pass some kind of trial or some type of test to get every spot you ever had.
Yeah, we've been proving ourselves since the beginning.
This is little leagues and shit. I remember, you just didn't walk up and say, "Hey, I want to play basketball." It was like you started point guard. It was like, all right, nigga, show me what you can do. Like, what can can you beat out all the other competition? So we kind of wired that way. So I feel zero threat that she got a starting 5 and a 6-man.
Because I may end up a star player, my guy.
Right. I don't feel threatened by it now. Just don't play me. Tell me. Let me know.
Right.
So I
that's
can
how
move
I
accordingly.
feel.
Right. Because you ain't really threatened by her other niggas.
No,
it's just
like,
you told me I was the only one.
Right. So don't make me feel special when you giving this nigga the same news. Like, give me some special shit. Like,
you should be on a news episode, bro.
Spunk on it. Now
that's where the immaturity and the playing around shit come in, and that's why bitches get dumped. You know what I'm saying?
Because a lot of bitches can't
Or
keep it
niggas walk
G,
away.
bro. They can't keep it G. And then they get mad at a man when he be like, well, I fuck with X, Y, Z and a third. And they be pissed. But then if we do it, some bitches be expecting like, oh, I'm going to say this. I'm going to tell him I fuck with X, Y, Z and they going to be mad. Baby, that man ain't going to be motherfucking mad at all. He ain't going to be. Now, if he do get mad, that's something on a special level. But
That's
a real
the
nigga ain't
emotional
going to get mad
responses.
at that shit.
Yeah, you probably gonna
I
get
think
some
I
of
got
the best dick you ever got. What?
Like,
Why
I
they
got-
do it like
I'm
this?
number 4.
Move up
Watch
a little
this.
bit.
Watch
I need
this.
Tuesdays, bitch. What?
It is true. And another thing too, like for us, for men, a lot of the time, like we don't, competition is a normal thing, right? For women, it's not. And you really don't be hurt that you got other niggas. Like I said, it's just because you didn't tell me, and now you trying to play me. Because women always like, I ain't gonna be looking stupid. He ain't gonna have me out here looking stupid. I'm not gonna look crazy. Men have the same
Yeah.
desire, nigga. I don't want to be like,
Right.
I don't want to be like, hey y'all, this is my girl, I love her. Niggas be like, I was fucking her last night. She ain't tell, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
nobody wants that. Like,
You
know
never
what I'm
want to
saying?
be the free food.
Yeah.
nigga.
Right, yeah, like, so just let me
The
know.
what?
So,
The free food, dude. You don't want to be him ever.
you don't wanna be
Sometimes that be your space,
Wow.
like, cause you thinking like it's just cool. This shorty I fuck with, I know she be fucking around with the restaurant.
Right, at least I know.
But to her, it's like you the free food, dude.
The free food. I've never in my life heard it that way.
What?
No,
Yeah.
I've never.
I done been at a chick crib when the free food dude pulled up, and I ate the shit.
I wasn't gonna say
Wow,
nothing, but me too.
he bought your food too, bro.
Hell yeah.
She said her sister was there. She wanted to eat too. I was sitting on the couch. I was like, tell the nigga to get
Finna
extra chicken. in
fade.
that motherfucker.
What?
Put the sauce on the side. Like, all kind of shit.
No,
Man,
never.
you
I've
missing
never
out.
had a food bay because here's my thing.
Just DoorDash.
I don't even need no food bay. Even before like I met my husband and before we got serious, I ain't had no food bay. Like I was in college. Like I literally was in college working and going to class. And
You
I
was
I mean,
busy.
yeah, I was busy. Nigga, I ain't got time for you. We fucking or not? Is this what we finna do? Like it was cold, cut and dry.
Shit.
We fucking or not? Okay, well I got shit to do.
I want to shake your hand.
And then I didn't fuck niggas on
Oh,
campus.
damn.
My thing was I never fucked none of them niggas on campus ever. That
Okay.
was a strictly no fucking go for me. It was a big ass no.
Talk
Why?
too
Because
much or something?
I'm gonna tell you why. Let me put y'all something on a college campus in general. You fuck one nigga on campus, they gonna go tell the next nigga, and then the next nigga, and then the next nigga, and now you getting around. I've seen the shit happen with my own eyes.
But
I'm
that's
not gonna lie to
Milwaukee.
y'all. I wasn't in Milwaukee
But
though.
I'm talking about this in general.
But
That's-
yeah, in
that's-
general, it
That is
is
Milwaukee
like
for sure.
so.
Milwaukee campus.
Right.
That's what he's talking
That part coming
what
to
he's
a city
trying to
near
say.
you type shit.
about. All cities like that, really. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, but college is so like I realized like in college it was so much worse. Like it was pointless for me to have a relationship in college. It was literally is we fucking or not. If we wasn't fucking, well, I gotta go about my day. I got shit to do, my God. Like
I got studies too.
yeah, and then like I was trying to get over a breakup. So it was just like I ain't got time to really fucking deal with nobody. And then speaking of like, how do y'all get over y'all breakups? Like what do
Time,
y'all do?
time,
Definitely.
self-evaluation,
You
therapy,
said something new?
something new.
You get under something
Sometimes,
new.
yeah.
That works sometimes.
Some new buns in front of you make you feel good,
But
don't it?
if it ain't as good as the last, if she ain't as freaky as the last, it's like,
Then it ain't gonna do nothing
You'll
for you.
find one.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna take
Build up
time.
a rapport and
Yeah.
shit like
You know,
that.
You gotta learn her body, you know. all kinds of shit.
Honestly, so I've had like, and this was earlier on. I've had breakups that fucked with me mentally a little bit. On like the standpoint of like, am I good enough type shit. Like I've had a breakup like that. Like, damn, I thought I was doing everything right.
Right.
And, you know, they break up with you and shit. And it's like, you know what I mean? So from situations like that, and then even situations that are like less serious, moving forward, usually I take some time to be by myself and shit.
Yeah.
You know,
But
what
not
I
like
mean?
literally by yourself. It's just by yourself with
Just
a myriad of.
No, legit by myself.
Like,
Yeah.
don't
Legit
fucking
by
nobody?
myself. Like not fucking nobody.
Oh,
Like I
that's-
be feeling
man, you
like
strong, brother.
I've been
No,
on
no, that's some real ass shit because
Yeah.
I went a whole
I've
year
done
and a
it too,
half
but
no
it's-
fucking literally by myself, literally figured out what the fuck I wanted, what I didn't want, what I like, because that
Yeah.
shit will fuck with you
some
so
time
bad.
to be self-reflective and
Yeah.
shit. So
You're right.
it's-
I do
it's-
it now.
Yeah, time by
used to do it.
myself, you know, take a little bit of time to be self-reflective. You know what I'm saying? On some I usually be on my like self-love shit the most after
I
a
got
breakup because I be even if I'm a real modest person out loud, but on the inside I'm like, bro, I'm tight as fuck, bro. I be feeling like that and it make me feel better and shit. And then like simultaneously the whole time that's going on, it's like a waiting list built up of oh, so you single again? And you just run through them. And now I'm like, okay, now I'm back outside. I'm good. That's usually how I get over my breakups and shit, for sure.
It's the I'm back outside. You was killing me today.
Man,
I'll be in
that's
the
what be
house.
happening.
My first breakup. I don't know what I went through. That shit hurt. Like,
But
I think it hurt it because like the competition was so strong.
Mm.
Like the nigga, I was like 18. The nigga she fucking was like 36. I can't compete with this grown
I
ass.
wasn't finna win anyway.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just bow out.
I'm still trying to grow up. This nigga
Right.
grown in
And like to this day, like we not technically broke up because she never said it. Like so,
Oh, bitch, you
Oh,
still
I
mine.
yeah, she's still my girlfriend, Mercedes George.
Ooh, you
Yeah.
still
Oh,
his
wow.
bitch.
Where you at?
It's like she ain't shit.
He said, it's like she ain't shit. I'm weak.
It be like that sometimes.
Right. Like, I thought we was gonna be together forever, but then it was like I walked all the way up
You
to
know-
her crib like on foot. Like
we all think the
Oh,
first one.
foot, my
On
God.
We all think the first girl we like really
man,
connect with, like
Gonna
she
be
gonna
with
be
them
the
the
one.
forever.
one. Right.
this the one. This what grandma and granddad was talking about. This is what daddy and mama was talking about.
No, the
She
fuck it wasn't.
one. I mean,
No,
you
the fuck
don't
it
know that,
wasn't.
you 16,
hope.
17, 18, you just goofy.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, you
I
just
think I don't know if that's a woman thing. I know that's a dude thing though. When
Yeah.
you
Mhm.
because it's
the
like
first
you got
woman you
your
really
little-
connect to.
Yeah, for sure.
I love her. The first girl you tell you love her, that you
Yeah.
that shit like
You be
it's
locked
like,
in
oh,
for
yeah.
sure. Like you don't
This
really
lit.
see past her. It's like, well,
Then
this is
she
gonna
be
work
like-
out.
Pregnant by somebody else. They told you the baby was yours. Their daddy got to tell you the truth. And you like, what the fuck? Like,
But that's so
Like,
devastating, bro. I've
yeah,
never had a chick like have a baby on me. That's I don't think I could go through that, bro. That's
I mean,
tough.
That's a dagger.
It
And now that
is.
we
Yeah,
grown,
man.
as an adult, that's a dagger. Like as a child, it's like, okay, you was 16, you
Yeah.
can brush that off. But let a bitch do that to you now, you would be
I'ma see it coming.
enraged.
No,
Like,
it
I'ma see it
depends.
coming
It
way
depends.
before.
Depends on the situation because it happened to me a couple years ago,
and how did
and
you
I was
take
taking
that
care of the
shit?
baby and everything for like 2 years,
And you didn't know.
and I didn't know. But like I'm looking at the baby like, bro, don't look like nobody I know. Like and like all my kids got something of me,
Right.
and this baby had nothing of me.
You should shave the eyebrow off, bro.
So once I found it wasn't mine, I was at peace.
But was
Because
that a
I
deal
mean,
breaker for you? Was that
it
the
was-
reason you called it quits?
No, we had called it quits prior to when I started second guessing the baby.
Okay.
Mm.
And she like, when we do this, if we gonna get a blood test, as soon as you get the blood test, you going on child support, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I don't really care about child support. I'm already on child support. That's gonna be like the sixth kid. You gonna get like 48 cents. Like, before she even did that, because I had an inkling that it wasn't mine.
Felt it.
Mhm.
So I had did a home DNA test she ain't know about. Got the results back. And I was like, no, let's do it the proper way. Because I don't want her to question it. Because I mean, shit, I brought some shit from the house. She could be like, you let Tyrone swab his mouth and it came back not yours.
Mhm.
So I just did it the proper way. And it was like, I was at peace because I already had children.
Okay.
And who the hell, after you got 5 kids, why you want 6? Like, so.
Okay.
Yeah, true. Like,
See, I ain't got kids. I would have been
Right, yeah. If
I'd
it's
have
your
been-
first kid, you want to kill her then.
But yeah, probably, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like now,
Yeah.
I
Like,
don't
you
even
playing
know,
with
like-
me now?
Right.
I can't. My head hurt. Nigga, I can't even think about that shit right
Yeah,
now.
at
Like,
this age, I
I might
see
go-
shorty again.
You might see me on Fox 6. Don't even play with me
maybe,
like
man.
that.
Because I ain't
First
got kids,
male
right?
on
So like,
Snap.
if I, especially for 2 years, I can't imagine.
Yeah.
Because now I love this child,
Mhm.
and I have all that daddy shit.
But
Yeah,
but also
right.
when you become a father, you get a feeling of your child when your child's around.
Mm.
Anytime I was around that little baby, it felt like I was babysitting.
Mm.
Compared-
nothing there.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I get what
Like
you're
compared
the-
to when I'm with my kids, it's like all love right there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's how I am. That's how I
Yeah.
am
It's
like
probably
this.
like some shit, DNA, pheromones. some
Yeah,
shit.
that's-
You
it
just
gotta be
like, this
something
nigga
like
don't
that.
smell right.
Right. On my mama.
Yeah.
Like, why you making that face? Don't nobody in my
Nobody
family
do
make
that.
that face.
for sure.
My oldest daughter was like, he don't even sleep like us. I'm like, he don't sleep like us. Like how
It's
we,
the oldest
Like,
telling you how he
crazy.
sleep.
right? Like how we sleep.
She paying attention.
She like, nah, daddy, you gotta go check some shit out.
Right.
Yeah, that's crazy. Bro. That's definitely. Like you said, you called the kids before that, but that definitely warrants a breakup. Like,
Hell yeah.
motherfucker need to go to jail for some shit like that. Like, you really just tried to pull one over.
Yeah, because you got to sit and even if you try to work it out, you still got to sit and deal with that the rest of your life. Like,
and I'm not that grown yet.
Yeah, like
then you know, like one day this little nigga gonna be a teenager.
And you really gonna see his features then.
I'm gonna have to.
No, he gonna be trying you.
Right.
Give me the keys, nigga. Well, I told you can't drive. No, you see all kinds of shit.
Right, like, cause technically you is a nigga off the streets, cause you ain't my kid, so I really could whoop your ass.
I remember the first time I argued with my daddy about some shit. Like,
this fucking mic, bro.
I'm just saying, like,
I mean, really though, he right.
It's a lot of shit like that that's kind of difficult to just put in your pocket.
What's the little meme? He's out of line, but he's right.
Right.
You know
That's
what I'm
what I'm
saying? like for real, I couldn't.
That's
I couldn't
crazy.
If that happened to me now, man, I'd be broken, shattered for real.
Definitely.
So do y'all think, like, say if you was with somebody, would that be your, like, what is y'all deal breakers? Like, with breaking up with somebody, like, what would be like a definite reason for y'all to call it quits? Because, you know, some people will keep going and going and going, get like the women with insecurity. They continuously deal with a motherfucker
don't
that
want to be
put them
alone,
down,
all kinds
don't want to be alone. They continuously deal with all the red flags until this motherfucker break them to the floor. Like, what is y'all, like, y'all deal breakers when it comes to breaking up with people?
Mine's is real simple because if it ain't bringing me peace, I don't want it around me.
Oh, there we go.
So mine's is
you
real
mature
simple.
though, like you grown. Girl.
Yeah, but like if anything seems wrong, I'm like, I'm good, man. You be blessed.
Yeah, that's the basis of
you be blessed. That's adult as fuck. You be blessed.
I know it was some people that replied to the question, and one that's because the question is like, why did you call it quits? One person stood out to me and she said, because we lost the baby.
Oh shit.
She said they lost the baby, and I think it took more of a toll on me than it did him. And I want to touch on that because, again, women, don't be mad at me because I'm gonna talk my shit, but I'm gonna have y'all back. We have this thing where we will physically sit there and think because a man is emotionless about something, it's not taking a toll on them. It's a mental thing for y'all. So, like, for us, we show our emotions right there on the table, angry, upset, mad, crying.
Physical manifestation.
Like, it's a physical thing for us. For y'all, it's mental. So, like, I personally feel like maybe, just maybe, it took a toll on him, but mentally, especially when you really want a baby.
I had a family member of mine went through this. Wife lost the baby, and he said, like, you know, I could never cry in front of her, but I cried. He said I used to sit in my truck and just cry. He said, but I didn't want her to see that because you got to be strong for your family. They got other kids.
Yeah.
So, like, he said, you know, she miscarried and she really thought I didn't care. And she's like, she used to bring that up all the time. But I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Break down and cry in front of you, in front of the other kids? Like, it's hard. Like, I lost my child too. That's what he said. He's like, I lost my child too. Like,
but as a man, you should be able to cry in front of your woman.
Yeah.
True. But he felt like he couldn't.
Yeah, that's how we was brought up though. We don't supposed to cry, like, take it on the chin, like, but nah, you supposed to go, fuck that, I'm crying.
Yeah. But he said he would sit in the truck and cry sometimes. He didn't want to go in the house crying and shit. Like, I was like, okay, I get that, but also, like you said, you know, spend cars for your wife. But
well, y'all just gave me a new deal breaker because if I can't cry in front of you, what the fuck am I doing with you?
Bingo. Right. What the fuck am I doing with you if I have to be emotional?
I know he could,
but it's hard to show your emotions with some of these women because they'll throw it in your face later on.
But you can't beat me up.
Yeah,
so.
But
Mike, you was crying. You trying to go outside? You know what I mean?
Mike, what the fuck?
Yeah, you can't throw that in my face. Oh, you be emotional because I give a fuck about you. Don't nobody else give a fuck about you.
Want to go outside and fight?
Those are like, insecurity is one of my biggest deal breakers. Every relationship I've ever like ended was due to insecurity and shit. Cause like, I don't know. Like I said, I feel like I'm, you know, I be chilling and shit. I don't really be super entertaining all these hoes that be in my face. I really don't be thinking to be hoes in my face for real. Honestly, I think I play the back end and shit. But you know, you get the motherfuckers react to all these bitches in your face and shit like that, and that's an issue and that's a problem. I'm like, I never denied that I was with you. I never, you know what I'm saying? I never tried to hide that I was in a relationship. These hoes know I'm in a relationship and shit like that, but
they don't care.
You seem to have an issue with it and shit. And I'm like, bro, what Like, you think they can beat you up? You think they look better than you or something? Like, why is it such a thing that is hoes around? Like,
They don't like
it just.
competition.
They don't like competition.
I look at it like this. I've said this statement and I've stood by it for a long time. So, bitches always tell you, oh, well, you need to put these bitches in their place. It's like, I look at it like, if you in a room and it's 10 chairs and there's 20 people in there, 10 people ain't gonna have nowhere to be. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So it's like, how am I putting these motherfuckers in a place and they don't have a place? Let them just be around.
That's too deep.
Yeah,
bro.
that's
Not saying be around with me. I'm just saying, like, these are just bitches that's coming out the woodwork.
That's
So
too deep.
what?
You assuming she can count?
I'm
There we go.
right. Look,
She
I'm
gets
pouring
metaphors.
myself into you. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to grow with you and things like that. And you on some. Oh, you went to the store because that bitch at the store. Like, I'm not finna do this.
Like, why am I finna
I
go
have been
sneak
there,
off
too.
to the store to see somebody? That's
And then, like,
cheating.
you know
That's
what I'm
too
saying?
much.
Like, thank you for thinking that I got this potential to just fuck every bitch I look at, but it ain't even like that.
How I'ma fuck a bitch in 15 minutes? I listen. I have
You can.
No, wait. Listen to me when I say
Why all of us look at each other like, well,
You get it.
no. Listen, when I say this, bitch, I gotta get in the car, go to the store, grab this shit, come back. That's all of 15 minutes.
Oh,
If
you
the
right.
store is right there. So what the fuck am I doing in this little
Exactly.
funky ass 15 minutes?
Exactly.
Okay,
Like,
yeah, you're right.
niggas don't really, like you said, niggas are really simple. Niggas not. It's some horrible niggas out here, and I get it. That's why I try to put my best foot forward on just not being the average Joe. But it's like niggas ain't really going out of their way and bending over backwards to cheat and shit like that. Like, if a nigga cheat, it's because some twat fell in his lap. It ain't niggas not really breaking their neck. You got the weird niggas that live double lives, but those people need to be in jail.
Yeah.
But for the regular nigga ain't really
majority,
going
yeah.
out of his way to pull no scandalous shit. You know what I'm
'Cause it's
saying?
too much.
So for me to be constantly accused of doing shit like that, it's like, no, I'm not doing this with you. Like, it's that. And then my other deal breaker is like, bro, being a black man and even in just the city of Milwaukee, being a black man in Milwaukee, you got so much shit that's like out of your control and shit.
Mhm.
So the one thing that I can control is who I'm gonna be with.
There
If
go.
you not giving me an escape from the fucked up shit that happened as soon as I come out the house, why am I with you?
Because my home is my safe place. and you
Exactly.
ain't making
Those
it
are my
safe for me.
Those are my two biggest deal breakers.
Now I'm gonna read Johnny answer because I know this answer and I felt it because he said she was unstable both emotionally and mentally. I wanted things she was incapable of comprehending.
Mhm.
I feel like that's
loud.
that loud as
It's
hell.
loud for sure.
Loud as hell because you don't want to be with nobody who can't comprehend like at all. Like people always say communication is key, but I personally feel like comprehension trumps communication because
Facts.
we can all communicate. But
I'm
if
gonna tell you why I put that. Exactly
if
why I
you
put that.
can't break down and understand why I feel how I feel or what I'm saying to you, I'm basically beating a dead horse.
Mhm.
Don't nobody want to be with a bitch that just don't get it.
Yes. And that's the reason I typed that answer because I was like,
Look,
so,
got what it's deep in his heart. He got
bro, I hope I'm gonna touch on how you feel right now.
Niggas,
So like,
niggas, I went through that for sure. Go
this is my
ahead.
thing, right? Like my profession is finance. Like I know what the fuck I'm doing when it comes to wealth building, management of money, legacy planning, all that kind of shit. This is my literal. I get paid to do. This is how I put roof over our head, food on our table. And for you to not listen or understand what I'm saying to you about this is incredibly frustrating when somebody you're supposed to potentially build your life with.
Facts, for sure.
I
yeah.
cannot, like, there was multiple, like, this young lady that I really, the one sticking in the front of my mind about this shit, she has student loan debt. That's fine. Okay. Credit card debt. That's fine. I literally took, I think it was like 40 something, 50 something hours to truly build a 3-year plan of exactly how to accomplish it, getting yourself out of debt. You said you want to buy a house, all this shit. I took 40 to 50 hours of my own time unpaid to use all the resources and knowledge I've gained over the past 7 or 8 years I've been in my profession to build her a literal plan she can walk through. It's easily attainable and everything. I did the whole shit. I typed it up because I know how I am. I put the shit in the real plan.
Mr. List.
And I gave it to her. They said, listen, this is what you need to follow. So she went through it wasn't a lot of steps, but it was, it's a 3-year plan. So there's some things you're going to have to sacrifice, some things you have to do to make it happen. Because this is the timeline you gave me. You said this was 2017. By 2020, I want to be okay. Let's get your plan to get you to your goal in 2020. She got through some of the steps, went and took out a credit card at motherfucking Victoria's Secret, ran the card up $1,000.
Stupid.
I said, that's all set your plan now because now you have more debt that you've taken in. Well, it shouldn't really matter. It's only $80 a month I got to pay. I said, but you'll never pay that debt off if you only pay the $80 a month because the motherfucking interest rate was 29.97%.
Oh, baby, no.
Fucking your life up over draws.
What is you doing?
And I don't care about draws, bitch. Take them off.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? But like this is and then so I'm like, okay, I got a G. I'm gonna write him a check. We're gonna pay this off. You ain't gotta pay me back.
You fucked with her.
This is my girl. So I'm like, I'm gonna pay that shit off. Right? So I go online, we log into her account, I put my card in, pay for the shit, done. You are out of debt, close the card. That's gonna hurt my credit. You said that.
It's not though.
I said, oh, now you want to listen? Well, like, all right. So we closed the card out. We paid it off, closed it out. Another like 6 months ago passed. Now we into 2018. And she does the same thing with Kohl's.
She's pissing me off. You gotta stop that.
So I said, okay. I said, I'm not paying this off because I just did this shit 8 or 9 months ago, whatever. And I'm like, I'm not doing it. You're on your own with this one. That's fucked up. You supposed to. I said,
you ain't comprehend what the fuck I was trying to teach you the first time.
Did y'all go any further than that?
So that I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. That day I checked out. I was done with the relationship.
Yeah.
When I seen the Kohl's bill.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I said, oh shit, you really
don't get it.
Because I think subliminally in the back of her head, she said, oh, he'll pay that shit off.
Okay, let me like dead serious.
Real life.
People really be like, oh, it don't. I'm gonna just do it because he's gonna take care of it. I'm gonna just do it because she's gonna take care of it. That's a real thing. Motherfuckers think like that.
No, that's true.
I think that's what she was thinking all the time. I really do.
I go through that all the time.
So that day I was done. I was out of that relationship. So for me, my deal breaker is this is something I have a real knowledge of and I really know what the fuck I'm doing and talking about. I'm the coldest nigga in the world at this shit, I feel, right? And for you to just be like, fuck you, fuck your plan,
for sure.
Like, I'm gonna work your plan. You telling me you want to work it, you telling me you're gonna do it, then you literally turn around and do your actions are completely different than the shit you're saying to me. I cannot trust you now. I can't continue to try to teach you something you cannot learn, fam. Like I'm done. Sure, I'm done. So that's why I put that shit on there, because I was like, I can't. That shit is draining. First of all, then I spent money. That shit made me mad. And I'm not talking about a little bit of money. Like I cleaned up a lot of her debt. Like the real investment was like $13,000 of my money, right? Which is fine because this is something we were doing, right? We were gonna build a life, right? I'm not mad about this money.
Hey,
no, that's facts.
Don't do that shit no more. Tell these bitches I need my mortgage paid. Can you do that?
Yeah, but
tell them that you reverse the script. You don't give out no goddamn more money.
I wasn't giving out money, y'all, but it was like this is an investment
over time
in the partner that
I understand.
You know, all this, everybody.
You don't think about it while
you take care of the people you around.
You know. You take care of that. So we got to clean this up. This needs to be paid. We take care of that. Put a lump sum down on our student loans. Got that shit cleared up.
Yep.
I called the Department of Education. Got that shit enrolled in. I did all that shit for her. Now this is shit that I charge a lot of money for to other people.
Right.
So not only did I not make money, but I also spent my own, and that shit really frustrated me. Because I'm like, bitch, now you cut into a real. Money is something I really understand. So now you cut into my dollars and cents.
I get it, bro.
It sound petty. Like everybody's like,
that's not petty at all.
It's about the money. Why are you worried about the money? I said, it's not about the money, but it's about the money because money is what I know.
Because naturally, as a dude, when you're fucking with somebody, I think you just come in and try to provide a little bit of stability anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a lot of women out here that just ain't really like used to shit. I don't mean ain't used to shit like.
They're not used to a provider.
Yeah, they're not used to somebody just giving a genuine fuck. You know, because I found myself like feeling slighted at the end of a lot of breakups because it's like, ain't nobody give a fuck about you. You know what I'm saying? And I really came in trying to get some shit together just because that's just naturally what I do. Like the comprehension thing. I hate, you dealing with a chick and you suggest her something, because I'm a suggester. I'm not really gonna force you to do shit, but I make a lot of suggestions. Like, oh, you said you want to do this. Here's a way to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, I
That's what I
understand
did.
that you know what I'm saying. You into this, and so I suggest a lot of shit. And then I hate when women are, oh, well, you just telling me anything, and then they'll go listen to like one of they retarded ass friends. Like, bro, I just told you this. You could have got this done days ago. Yeah. I hate that. So the comprehension thing is really big.
It really gets under my skin too, because I'll be like, "Fam, I know better, and I told you better, and I showed you better, and you still." That's like, I'm like, "Hey, the stove hot. Don't touch the stove. It's hot."
Yeah,
and you still
run up and touch the stove, and then be like, "Oh, it's hot," and then touch it again. Like, come on, like, you know,
like
you just,
a degree of that start turning into like it start feeling like just blatant disrespect. Like you, so
really?
You think I'm stupid,
right?
Is what you telling me and shit. I hate that a lot, bro.
Not even do you think I'm stupid. You just know, like, oh, he's gonna get this done.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go do it. He's gonna get, or she's gonna get it done. So I'm gonna just go do it. No, bro. When you walk into a situation and you like it, or literally, you will know who you dealing with the minute you do something and they keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it, and then they like, yeah, because he gonna take care of this. You at this point you manipulating.
Right.
I feel like at this point you manipulating that person to just doing it. Like, oh, he gonna get it done. I'm finna go fuck off. Oh, she gonna get it done. At that point you manipulating. Like, because you literally like, you know what? If I do this, he's gonna fix it. Like, bro, no.
I know that's what she was thinking in the back of her head. She never said it. She never said it, but I know that's how she was feeling. Like
yeah,
he gonna take care of it. He got it.
Hell no, that's a form of manipulation to me. And honestly, that's a fucking deal breaker. For me, my deal breaker is if I have to do and teach you every motherfucking thing and like you physically don't know shit, bro, leave me the fuck alone. Cause I'm not your mama. I'm not none of your sisters, your aunties, none of them. This is some shit that I feel like you should have been taught before you fucking got with me. Like,
bro,
I can't do it. Like, it's a lot of shit. Like, I'll be real anal about certain things, but my biggest deal breaker is I shouldn't have to teach you everything.
Facts.
I shouldn't have to teach you everything. You're grown. I shouldn't have to teach you everything.
My wife and kids and figure out how to be a mate. You know what I'm saying? Like, why am I having to teach this adult? Like, I get it. You need to know my specifics because I'm not none of the other niggas. I get that. But like, why do I gotta, tooth and nail teach you how to be a mate? Like,
bingo.
You 30-something and don't know how to be a fucking girlfriend? Stay by yourself. You know what I mean? That shit's fucked up.
Like,
and a lot of times, another thing I run into that's a deal breaker for me is women who have to be constantly reassured that they provide some kind of value in your life too. That shit is exhausting too. Like, I find it, a lot of women find it very hard to be relevant in a man's life who can truly take care of himself.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't need you to do my laundry. I don't need you to do my dishes. I don't need you to do. I'm a domesticated nigga. Like, I know how to take care of my home, and that's cool.
But that's
it's not
the stigma of how some women were raised. I feel like, bitch, you seen your mama sat there and take care of a motherfucking man your whole fucking life, knowing that this man was fully motherfucking capable of taking care of himself. So you feel like that's what you supposed to go after. I'm gonna tell y'all one thing: my mama did not take care of my daddy. Mm-hmm. She didn't have to. My dad would get up and cook. My dad never made listen, my mama and my daddy were married for over 30 years. He never made her cook. The only thing he told her is take care of the house, go to work, and make sure these kids stay on top of their shit. Other than that, my daddy came home and would clean up. My daddy came home and would cook. I literally, in all of my life, up until I was 27, my mama ain't have to pick up a motherfucking dish unless it was Thanksgiving or Christmas.
Facts. Yeah.
Like, my dad literally, that's because he saw that growing up, but he was like, I don't need my woman feeling like she need to constantly cook for me, constantly clean for me, because she already going to work. She already taking care of the kids in the house. She already making sure they getting up, doing XYZ. My life's simple. I just go to work, come home, eat shit, sleep. Let me cook for her. Let me do this. Let me do that. Like, it's different. Like, but the bitches that if you can't handle that a man can like physically take care of himself, that is a problem. You should be happy that a man can get up and wash his own ass, cook his own food, all types of shit. Like, you should be happy.
But it be I'm telling you, it's a thing. It's like a. I mean,
no, go ahead.
It's a thing though. Like, it's. I've had this conversation more than I would ever like to have it in my life. Like, what you need me for? What you just like? All we do is hang out and have sex. And I'm like, oh, I mean, I thought that was okay. Like, not saying that that's it, but like, you feel less valuable because I don't need you to cook for me, or I don't. Now you can come clean up because I hate cleaning. I hate that shit, but I do it because it's necessary, right?
Yeah.
Like, but if you want to knock that off the nigga plate, that's great, but it's not a necessity.
Well, here's my question:
You know what I'm
do y'all feel like when you date someone, they should bring value to your life?
Yes.
What type of value?
Any.
Any
Like, because if you
anything is just extra,
right? Because if I can do everything on my own, what do I really need you for?
But you don't want to need them,
not right.
Yeah, you just want to
right.
To
but
want
what
them
I
to be
need you
around.
around me in my circle. If you ain't bringing no kind of value into this, if you ain't teaching me nothing, if you ain't helping me understand anything, like what do I need you for? Because I could just be by myself and just be fucking these bitches every day and still be happy.
My nigga,
He's speaking to your heart.
Hey, because listen, mine too,
so long,
mine too, low key. I'll be like, man, and this. Mike, go ahead. I'm gonna let you say what you want to say.
No, I was saying that's what I was saying. But to piggyback off of that, I was gonna say, I think people are just locked into like gender roles, and I know that's another episode further down the line. But like in my relationships, I've never really it's never really been a gender role. It's more like, you know, let's just get it done. Whatever.
Who's good at the thing?
Yeah,
do it.
Let's get it done. You know, like I like you said, I'm not. You don't gotta cook and clean for me. And
it's not an expectation.
Like I'm gonna just get up and do that shit because I gotta do it. I'm not finna wait all day for you to get home and cook me some food.
I'm hungry now.
Because you the girl. I'm finna just go cook. That's weird as fuck.
I think so too. I think it is.
I agree with you somewhat. I don't know how to cook, so
see that's the thing. I just and it's
I got to order
trial and error shit. There you go.
Like,
Order it up.
Let me hit submit.
Right. They gonna be here in
30 minutes, right? But I'm saying, but it's a thing though. Like I've literally been asked that a bunch of times. Like, what if you? Why you leave me around? All you do is I'll be like, that shit. I thought it was okay to be
because I like you.
Yeah,
I want you around because I like you.
Somebody just asked the question: do y'all see those signs before y'all get into a relationship?
You can't really sometimes.
The ones that I have seen, we end up just like coexisting. Like I like you, but I know I can't really cement this, you know. So we can kick it, we can spend time and shit like that. But I know it ain't gonna go nowhere.
Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. Like it depends, because people be good actors too.
Yeah, a lot of people are chameleons.
Facts for sure.
They adapt to whatever
I'm a
they
chameleon. I can change up on you. However you treat me is I'm gonna treat you. Like it's a give and take world.
Some people really good. How many of y'all be like, I met the real him. I met the real her. But it be like, it don't be in
I'm
definitely
right.
It be at the end of the relationship.
Whole different. Like, but
I've definitely become subject to that before. Yeah. Like I've been in situations way too long because you know you get the whole stigma, oh well, as a man you're supposed to be able to kind of stick it out and you give up too easy because you're weak and shit like that. Normally I don't give a fuck about that. Say whatever you're gonna say. But I've had situations where I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to, stick this out. And then with my upbringing, I kind of had to adapt overnight kind of thing. Like just the way I was brought up, you gotta adapt to some shit. But I understand everybody ain't grow up like me. I understand, some people have had different lives. So my thing, you don't gotta adapt overnight. Just give me some effort though. Just give me some visible effort. Like you trying to get what the fuck I was saying,
Right.
So in situations like that, it's like, well, I wanted to break with this bitch 3 months ago, but I kind of stuck it out because like I want to, see if she gonna grow.
Yeah,
and then you don't grow. It's like, okay, I know I should have dumped you way back, but I'm gonna dump you now.
That's what happened with me. When I said that day when I seen Nicole Bill, I was checked out. Right, I was done, but I didn't actually go to her and be like, listen, goddamn it.
Yeah, I think that's a dude thing. Dudes break up in their head before they break up
physically.
With you,
yeah.
Sure.
I ain't gonna lie, her booty was still nice. I was still fucking.
I mean, sometimes we break up and got to keep breaking up. Like I used to talk to a chick. I broke up with her like 5 times, and we still was together. No, she still didn't catch it.
Like, move out of state.
In her mind, y'all was
right.
Like, your mind, you like, nah, bitch, we done.
I hit her with the direct, like, hey, this ain't working. I don't want to be with you. Blah blah blah. This and that. This and that.
Be with me. What you mean? You don't want
to basically, and then she damn near scared you back into the relationship. Like
you just mad.
You right. Nigga, my last relationship, we broke up 3 times every day in 1 week, bro. Like we broke up, had a fat ass argument. I'll go to sleep, wake up, we back together and shit. Like the 3rd time, like, bitch, you mean it this time? Like, cause it's like we broke up, and I was kind of letting her break up with me because I'm like, I really don't want to do this either. But it's like break up, wake up, we back together, break up, wake up. Like, well, maybe we shouldn't. Bitch, we not doing this no more. What
We
the fuck?
done. We're fucking done.
You're not finna keep breaking up with me, and I'm just supposed to accept that you want to be back together in the morning and shit.
I got a
Fuck
question. So, like, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm about to say some shit that might not go well. So, like, we break up, and you still want some sex, right? And I
Don't
give
do
it to you.
That's where both of my kids came from. Don't do it.
Damn, nigga. Right,
That's toxic. Don't listen to if Mike ain't telling you wrong. Look at the agony in his face. He ain't telling you.
He's like, brother, let me save you and shit. Like,
she hit me with the okay, well, we broke up, but I don't want to just be out here fucking random.
I don't want to raise my body
so
count.
we just that one, that's the little John.
I'm falling for it.
So then she hit me with the we just gonna have sex, no strings attached, blah 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 blah. So I hit it a few times after we break up and shit. Then nigga. She comes to the crib one day. She comes to the crib and going through my phone while I'm asleep. I'm like, bro, you gotta go, bro. Why are you going through my phone? We ain't even that no more. Week later, I'm pregnant. No, you not. No, I'm pregnant for real. I was hurt. Nigga.
That's crazy. You know what's crazy?
But you did it twice.
Exactly.
So it had to be something about that.
She did it. That was the first time. Second time, I'm not fucking with her. Like, not even touching her, bro. Bro, putting me through hell and shit. Like, I'm a deadbeat before the baby even get here type shit. Like, what? What am I supposed to be doing? He ain't even here yet. You know what I mean? So then, like,
you gotta go to the thing where they put the jelly on.
I'm there for that though. You know what I'm saying? But like, so then we, like, I'm not fucking with her, not fucking with her at all, nigga. And then she just being retarded. I'm like, bro, she being stupid because she need to get fucked. Second kid.
Man, I don't know. My pull-out game stronger than yours.
It is, I guess. I mean, if you go with, we ain't got to talk about that. We ain't got to talk.
I be going, man. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a strong man, but I be weak at times. I be chilling, minding my own business, and then
you a strong man, but you be weak.
I'm only human, okay?
I got for sure. I totally understand what
you mean. And we had a nudes episode, and I'm gonna tell you right now.
Well, wait, I got a quick question. Have y'all ever felt like the value that somebody brought to the table, bitch, I don't want it?
Yeah. Do you take everything offered to you?
Hell no.
Okay, then.
Because what you offer me, it may not be good for me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've done that. I've done that. You've done that too.
Because sometimes the shit don't translate to value.
Like, nah, nigga.
Right,
like,
right. Sometimes it's like they might be able to. It's just like as crazy as it seems. Some niggas will turn down a chick with some money. Like, you got some money or whatever, but I don't give a fuck about that. I'm not poor.
But I be feeling like, and I'm a piggyback off of that. I feel like the dudes that turn down chicks with the money have this thing where, bitch, you ain't finna try to treat me no type of way because you got a little bit of money. Like, people do that.
That's not true though, because like some people are just so materialistic that it's a turnoff.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you don't gotta. If I say, "Hey, those glasses are nice," oh, they Chanel, bitch. Ain't nobody asked you. Just say thank you. Like, like you don't have to tell me the brand.
Right. I just thought they were cool.
Right, those some nice glasses. The end.
My thing will be like, oh yeah, I got them from Lynn's Crafters. Like anytime somebody say my glasses look nice,
right? Like that's different.
You
ain't gotta tell me the brand. You can just tell me where I can grab a pair from.
To get those
I'll be like, hey, but they got a dope ass selection. Go look at that.
You can't like. I'm trying to think of another example, but basically, yeah, like sometimes somebody can bring something to the situation, but it's like this is gonna make it problematic, or like you go in a different direction than I want to go. So yeah, I am gonna turn that down. Like the value that you trying to bring, like no, fuck that. That's gonna make shit bad.
It depends on how her making the money, how we interact with one another. Because sometimes, like, have you ever seen a situation where the man has the money? Like they treat the women very differently. Ooh. And sometimes that role can be reversed because she makes more money. Now she like, nigga, I wear these pants. And a lot of men can't take that kind of shit. Like I've never felt threatened by dating a woman that makes more money than me because
I feel like it's a turn on.
I'm man as fuck. Like I'm man as fuck, right? So like I'm very, and I'm smart, bitch. Like you're not gonna talk to me like go crazy. Like I'm a intelligent motherfucker. Like I know how to carry myself, know how to communicate myself, stuff like that, right? So like I've dated doctors, lawyers, entrepreneurs who have been very successful. shit like that. Niggas like, dog, you broke up with how the fuck, nigga, you crazy? She
It
was
ain't
making
about
6
her
figures, she was
motherfucking
making-
money.
I be
It's
like,
about this bitch attitude and
Yeah.
demeanor. Like,
and she's
Exactly.
still dumb. Like,
Right.
Right, you could be the smartest dumb motherfucker on
I
earth.
swear,
Like,
I be
I
like,
swear, some
Book
chicks-
smart and
Yeah.
don't know how to
Right,
get the
nothing
bird
else.
from here.
Right.
Right.
Like I've
Like,
met
what the
women who
fuck
are
is
like
wrong with you?
really successful who cannot be in a relationship, who cannot communicate properly, who can't comprehend on the level that you can, who can't carry themselves with tact and decorum and shit. Like I've seen, it's crazy. Like I've encountered a lot of women. I've lived in a lot of different places too, so it's not just Milwaukee. I'm pulling this sample from. I lived in other states, other cities and shit. And I'd be like, this is a thing, right? Like it's almost it's who they are, not what they have. And a lot of times, like, I make really good money, and I don't feel threatened by a woman that makes more money than me. If anything, it's an asset because I'm good with money.
so y'all breaking up before the breakup. That's what
Yeah.
that's breaking up
Sometimes,
before the
like-
breakup. Yeah.
Because it depends. You know, I'm not even going to go down this road because, like he said, I've interacted with you enough to know that I'm not going to play this game.
Right, for sure.
I'm not
for
going to
sure.
subject myself to this shit, just like women do. How many times have y'all come across, like, girl, he got a nice car, he dressed nice and chick,
Mhm.
and then you get to talking to this nigga, you like,
That nigga
Yeah,
dumb.
I'm
Dumb
just
mentality.
Right.
Dumb as a
let me
bitch.
go ahead and go back.
Now
the other
I
way.
ain't never experienced that. Like I'm the motherfucker started from the bottom. Now we here. I
Yeah.
want you at your worst so I can see you at your best. Like not just like how I like prime example. When I met my husband, I'm in school working. He wasn't really doing nothing. Like, and it's just like I gave him the courage to like get on his shit, go get a job, go get a cell phone.
He
And
needed that.
and then literally not even a year into us being together, I would say it was like 7 months. This nigga had his own crib. Like it was like clockwork, like
Mhm.
physical clockwork.
Because men,
That was a good value you brought to
Yeah,
him. Though.
I was gonna say,
it
like-
wasn't a negative value.
because
Like,
in the back of his head, he's like, man, she put me on this shit. I'm going to provide her a place.
but
Like,
also,
that's why
if,
wanna get
if he
another-
didn't want that out of you, it would have been negative in his eyes.
Yeah.
Like, she always on my ass, she always on my back, telling me I need to go to school.
Yeah.
You know, because because niggas get insecure, niggas get mental shit too. Like a lot, I know some men who's like my man, you got a lot of talent. You could be doing something with yourself. They'd be like, all they want to do. And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with smoking weed, but all they want to do is smoke weed and play video games. They don't want to do anything else. They have no ambitions to do anything else. They have no desire, drive, shit like that. And some motherfuckers just ain't gonna get up and go get.
Right.
Just
Right,
how it
that's
is.
true,
Like
too.
how many women? I'm pretty sure
There's women out here like that too,
Absolutely.
and that's the scariest shit in the world.
It's all that shit. Everything is for everybody, right? So like, I'm pretty sure every woman who's listening to this right now has met a man who they saw potential in, and this motherfucker did not want to do anything to see that, to see that potential come to fruition.
right.
And she probably stuck it out long enough to try, and then she was finally got the message like, okay, he just ain't it. He can't carry the ball.
Right.
He an all-star running back, but this nigga fumble every time he get hit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Have y'all ever been with a woman like that though? And then
Yeah,
it caused you to stay in a relationship longer. I've been through that where like it's like if it's a checklist of 4 things, like you 3.5.
Okay,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like you so close to just being the woman that I want, and therefore I am sticking it out a little bit longer. But then it's like now I gotta break up with you because you just can't get over this hump.
Yeah.
So I've been through that with a few.
I have too. I did it with the young lady I was talking about earlier. Like,
I just be feeling like when you like a good person and you see like the potential in everybody, and this is for men and
They prey on
women,
you.
we'll see the potential in somebody like, okay, we can build together, we can do this collectively, we can get shit done collectively. What pisses you off is the constant disappointment of, babe, we can do this, y'all make this plan, and then boom, they disappoint you. They can't do it. It's literally, I feel like with both men and women, we stay because it's like they got potential. They showed me every time that they got potential, and then boom, disappointment. Then they showed me they got potential, then boom,
But it's
disappointment.
more of a comfort thing. Once
Okay.
you done been with
Correct.
somebody so long, you get comfortable in their ways.
yeah,
Yeah.
this is how
right.
we are. This is our.
I ain't
Yeah.
never got that comfortable.
Yeah, but sometimes it's like that because, like, I had a friend. She was married and everything. Her and her dude had a business. He doing great. She doing her own thing, doing great. But they never was able to work out together as a team because it's like basically a competition.
Correct.
So because he was making more money than her, even though she's doing what she's supposed to do, he made her feel like a secretary. So they never felt equal.
Okay.
And she like, motherfucker,
I
I got,
get that.
I'm
Right.
the shit too.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. See,
I
that's
get that.
that's what I was talking about earlier with the, it's who
Mhm.
you are, not what you have, what you do, right?
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
like he saw her as less than because I'm winning the bread, so you supposed to support me. And she like, well, motherfucker, I need your support too. So I'm running a business. I'm doing, be my secretary this week.
Right.
And he's like, no, bitch, I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes,
damn,
yes,
that
you know what I'm saying?
sucks.
Like,
That sucks. That sucks.
and that's why it didn't work out between them and shit like that. Like, it's happened. It's real, man. Like,
No,
I
that
feel
is real for sure.
like, you know, they say before you get married and shit, like, you know, talk about parenting styles, talk about finance, talk about. I think you should do that shit before you get into a relationship too, because the goal for the relationship is to stop having relationships, right? Like you,
Yeah.
the go, especially. I think when you 19, 20 is whatever. I kind of, you know, say your relationship because it's cute to be in one. But when you 30, 34, 35, all the 40 and shit, like.
No, I was a sucker back then. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was a sucker.
Yeah, you was probably ready. I was ready to. But I was playing
bro.
too. Shit,
even if I wasn't looking at it like I want to be married to this person, I was definitely looking at those earlier situations like
this is real.
Yeah, this is real. I'm not looking past this person. Like I'm cool if this shit works all the way out.
Right.
You know what I mean? I still look at relationships like that now. Like I've never like got with somebody, had a bad breakup, and then I don't really carry that shit to my next relationship. Like everybody I fuck with, you got a clean slate. You know what I mean?
One of my favorite sayings is, "I don't carry bags I didn't pack." Right?
Facts. So
like,
super facts.
Like
we got to get that on the shirt, Drea.
I got a lot of those, man. Don't bleed on me if I ain't cut you. All kind of shit. But like, it's one of them things. Like people tend to. Like I've carried a lot of bags I ain't packed, and I'll be like, I'm putting these down today. Goddamn it! Like, hold up. Just don't go on it. I'm carrying that shit. Like, you know, all they like. And I come across women like I work basically 8:30 to 5:30 every day. So if I can't answer the phone or reply to a text immediately, it's because I'm working. And I have definitely gotten you must be another bitch. I don't got baby mama.
Bitch,
so like,
I am at work.
Yeah, but like I've gotten somebody must have else been having your attention. I'll be like, I'm cutting this shit short right now.
Yeah, I'll be done.
That's
so
insecure.
fast.
That's an insecure level I don't want to fuss with.
It ain't even necessarily. I don't think it's insecure. I think some people just toxic and petty.
Messy.
It's like they programmed to be like that.
Because
right?
I was dealing with a chick and like she'd get mad at me for not answering my phone, but the problem is, bitch, you didn't even call me.
First and foremost,
like you would start an argument right.
No.
I'll be like, all right, if you call me, send me a screenshot that you called me. I ain't got to do all that. Well, then you didn't call me.
First of all, this is my motherfucking phone. If I don't want to answer it, baby, I am not.
But you can't answer a phone call you didn't get.
He said she didn't call. Y'all missed that
again. It's my even if she
just
did.
Said, what's up?
But she didn't call.
Keep it going. Let's keep it going.
She didn't call and said you didn't answer the phone. That's a crazy, my nigga. That's
right.
That's the bitch that's sitting outside your house waiting on you to wake up in the morning. Stakeout ass shit.
That's delusion.
Some people are programmed to be toxic like that. I was just telling the chick that like if I didn't text you or I didn't talk to you or whatever the case may be, like as opposed to getting on my ass on
just start the day.
Just say what's up.
Hey,
it literally take less time to text hey than why you didn't call me last night. Just say hey. What the fuck?
Right.
Like
because you didn't call me either.
Right.
Like,
exactly. You waited to build up an attitude when you could have just said what's up.
I want them to, but they don't. Like,
you want me to have accountability on some shit and we not even together, baby. I don't have to call you. Like literally, bitch, how you know I ain't just work a bid at work and I decided to just come home, eat, shower, and fucking go to sleep.
Because some people feel they that special.
Also, too, like sometimes I ain't gonna even lie, y'all. Like I've been in a good ass Madden tournament and just
right,
like, you know,
black out,
yeah.
like I ain't
some innocent shit. Like I
don't get to go and I answer this fucking phone
because some of these females they just always nick you with a bitch
all the time, and I
like,
get it because the other
niggas
used to do it. But like it's literally been times though, like I get off work at 12, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, go home. And be like, oh, I gotta throw a load of laundry in the wash. All right, I run upstairs. I get to fucking around, start a movie, 3 hours and past. I don't even know where my phone is. I just left that motherfucker on top of the refrigerator and shit. Like they be like, damn, where my phone?
It be all kind of shit like that, man. It be all kind of shit like that. Like, and shit. I got friends and shit, man. Like, I feel like women don't really be having friends and shit. Like they have.
True. They got competitions.
Exactly. Like my friends tight as fuck, and I be having a good time. My phone in my pocket. I,
Right.
you know what I'm
But
saying?
some females have too many friends that
That's
they
true.
basically associates. Like,
Yeah,
they ain't
yeah.
your friends. Like,
Y'all
Also-
just go to the club together.
like
and
I done
shit.
had a motherfucker tell me a conversation about 8 different females that she's like, oh, them ain't your friends.
Them
That's
bitches
too many friends right there.
And like
I done been through
men's
that too.
friendships and women's friendships are
are
very
totally
different.
different.
Dog. Like I got friends. Like I got my friend. I got my friend's name Mike. This is I call this nigga my brother. I mean it. I love him to death. I get this nigga my kidney right now if he needed it. But I ain't seen this nigga in 3 years. Like we been working.
Right.
Niggas got lives. He got a girl. He got shit going on and all that. But like, I love this nigga. Like that's my guy. Like
Female,
Right,
think
yeah.
you
Pedro,
female
my
be
nigga-
like, she acting funny towards
She
me.
ain't shit. I don't know that bitch. I see her at the grocery store. She say hi. And now we ain't friends no more and shit like that. Like that nigga was busy. He was in his car. I was looking at organic
Right.
spinach and shit. I don't even know what's going on. You know, the nigga was there.
Yeah, man.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just crazy. Like
But that go back to
Hey,
men being
wait.
simple.
yeah,
I
facts.
got,
Yeah,
I got
definitely.
one last question.
Okay.
Rate y'all breakup a 1 through 10. Now, funny thing, one of my
Which one?
a breakup, like rate a breakup. It could be like your worst breakup. Rate that motherfucker 1 to 10, with 10 being the worst. Somebody put 100.
Shit.
What happened? I need a backstory.
Golly.
I'm gonna say 5. Even my worst breakup is still a 5.
I'll
'cause
say
shit
my
happens.
worst breakup is, I mean, once I became an adult, I didn't really, the nonchalant kicked in.
Okay.
But like when I was like that 18-year-old breakup, like it's still in the back of my head to this day.
Yeah,
The,
bitch.
I ain't
the
gonna
emotions,
lie, I
like
still-
I was paging her, like we didn't even have cell phones at this time. Motherfucker ain't returning the page, like this shit over with.
911 page. And everything.
Right, so it was a 10, but it was because I was young and emotional, and I had emotions at that time.
Wait, y'all know what pages is, right?
Yeah.
Y'all
Yeah,
young. Y'all
bro,
look
yeah.
young. Okay. All right.
I would say mine
It's like
was
what
like
the
an
Dothers
8.
have.
Your worst breakup was
It was an 8.
So let me really like think about this for real.
A 10?
Jail
Man,
time.
if you cried, if you did anything out the normal,
Had
Oh, I
anything
cried.
out
I
your
cried.
normal is a 10. Fuck with your mental. Had you popping
Yeah.
up. Had you like, bitch, I'll kill your ass. Like, that's a 10. That's a 10 for me. Or like, I feel like another thing that would be a 10 where if it mentally and physically broke you down to the point where you can't even fucking deal with nobody, think, sleep, eat shit.
Okay, I had a 10 then. I'll take my 5 back and say it was a 10 because, like I said, to this day, I still don't trust women.
Mike's
Like,
still
I
thinking
be,
about it.
You know, I got over it, but you know,
Sagittarius.
No, I'm a shit. Damn near all of my breakups were probably around like 5 or less. Though I ain't really had no like detrimental breakups and shit. Like partially because I ain't never had a relationship for like a full year and shit. Like I'm gonna get up out of
short
there.
Terms, okay.
Yeah, like I've had extremely
LTR?
serious relationships in a short amount of time, but I'm gonna get up out of there. I'm not gonna keep getting it wrong with you. What
See,
the
there's
fuck?
people
I
that's
can be
gonna
by
argue with you
myself.
like you didn't even know that person. It was only a year. And you didn't even know that. Like,
No, like I already told you, bitch. I don't need you to wash my clothes and cook my food. So what
Look.
more am I really? You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna be. Bro, I'm 29 with a head full of gray hair. I don't got time to be stressing with you bitches, man. This shit gotta work or I'm
He said full
gone.
of gray.
You know what I'm saying? Like it just gotta work. And if it don't work, I could be by myself. I've been by myself majority of my adult life. And shit.
If it don't work, I'm gonna fix it by getting rid of your ass.
Exactly. Cause I'm all for trying to figure it out. Cause
Yeah, me too.
for the longest, the whole you should be my girlfriend never even crossed my mind. It's just like I like you, you like me, we could coexist. Let's kick it when we got free time. So for me to even take the plunge of, oh, you should be my girlfriend and shit, and I'm gonna go hard if you my girl.
Yeah.
So for me to take that plunge and shit, why the fuck am I not getting it right with you? You know what I'm saying? Like it just gotta work because
I
as
put in
I've
a lot
said
of
before,
effort to get to this.
yeah,
point.
exactly.
So it's got to work.
As
out,
I've said before, I don't really be looking past who gonna be my next girlfriend after.
Mike,
you know what I'm saying?
Read the
Shit.
screen.
Mike not ready for
Listen,
this.
TT ain't here. She's still gonna talk her shit.
I think I've been single for 6 years. I think I'm ready for a relationship now. It just gotta work
Yeah,
though.
it's been
It just gotta work. If it don't work, then fuck it.
I think you should make a list.
Of what I need before I get into it.
I literally like I'm
now the list is okay.
no
Right.
List is a problem.
no, because I feel like Mike is a no tolerance for this fuck ass shit.
Facts. That's definitely
It's either we gonna do this or we ain't. You gonna respect me how I like to be treated, or that's literally what it is. So I feel like with him, he has to make a list of what his standards is for the type of relationship he wants. I feel like all of us should do that, or if you haven't done it, do it.
Yeah, just as a little exercise, if nothing else, just to see.
Yeah, right.
Really
It's just because, like, I'm not even one of them type of I don't got time motherfuckers. Like, my construct on time is different. Because, like I said, I just feel like time is. I didn't waste time if I figured out that it don't work and then I let it go. You only waste time if you know it's not gonna work and you keep it going, right?
Facts. I think the same way.
With that, I don't be really feeling like I wasted time fucking with nobody that I fucked with. It's just like one of my biggest pet peeves is taking too long to make progress. Like we've spent months together and ain't nothing happened. We ain't made no progress. That's stupid as fuck to me. So it just, like I keep saying, it gotta work, or I'm not willing to be here.
Well, I'm out of here, yeah. Very astute.
Yeah, bro. The shit. Bro, a relationship shouldn't be no part-time job, bro. This shit better be fun, or fuck it.
Because we better be on trips, fucking on balconies, all types of shit. Like it's supposed to be fun. It ain't so. Now, don't get me wrong. Some relationships can be so difficult to the point where y'all gotta break up. But relationships ain't. But the difference is if they get difficult, how you gonna bounce back? Especially if you want to be with that person. Like,
what's difficult?
Difficult?
Because I
think difficult is just going through something, but that don't gotta be. Because
when I say difficult, it's a continuation of difficult shit.
Okay, because I believe that can be avoided.
Yes,
yeah, I was gonna say. I was just about to say, like, if it's shit that can be avoided, then it's difficult. If it's shit that just happened to happen, that's different. Like COVID happened to people, right?
Couldn't control it.
Yeah, we couldn't do nothing about it, and it's a lot of divorces that didn't happen behind that shit. A lot of breakups that because they was like, look, I really realized that I don't like you enough to be in the house with you
quarantine.
For 6 months. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, I had one of my best friends was texting me a lot about his wife. Like, man, this bitch, I swear to God, I can't. I was like, damn,
bro,
man.
chill.
As soon as y'all go outside, you go to the divorce lawyer first, ain't you? Like, damn, nigga, like, he's like, I can't stand her ass. I was like, shit.
It'd be like that for sure.
Yeah, and that right there goes to show, like, I feel like, yes, there were a lot of people that broke up during COVID, typically because they found out they truly didn't stand a motherfucker. But I personally feel like that came from y'all didn't spend enough time together.
Exactly.
Outside of COVID, before COVID happened.
Because they was working and in and out the house. They live in the same house, but they spend 3 hours a night, 4 hours a night with each other before they go to bed and shit. Like, it wasn't like a...
you gotta figure out... Yeah, you gotta figure out a person's bad habits and shit.
And they went out. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, I'm a fun motherfucker to go out with. Like, I'm gonna buy the drinks and pay for the food, all that kind of. We can go through the thing.
Don't tell me that, because I'll be like, come on, we finna go plan the outing with the game.
No, but like, we have fun, right? Like, I'm a fun motherfucker, right? I crack enough jokes to be a little bit funny. I can talk about whatever, and so you're gonna have a good time. But sometimes if I'm at home, I don't want to be talked to. I don't want to be.
And that can cause problems with women.
It absolutely can, because now it's like, oh.
What's wrong? Nothing. I'm just chilling.
Yeah, like I've talked all day at work. I've talked all day in my other social circles. Sometimes I want to come home and just turn on motherfucking some Disney Plus show or some shit. I was watching Boba Fett. That shit was cold. I was like, I don't want to talk now. Like, I just want to spend the next hour watching this shit.
Come lay up under me and watch this shit with me.
Yeah. Don't ask me so many fucking questions either.
Who is that? Brother, that shit, I'll be like, get out of my house. I'll be that, like, shut the fuck up. Like, let me watch it, then ask your questions. Hey, can we have an episode about that shit? Because I'll be triggered.
As fuck.
Just like if I'm into some shit, who is that? What's this? What they doing that for? How come they got? What's the black box thing?
What he do?
After the shit go off, ask me.
Write them down.
Or watch that shit on your own. Listen.
Come already up to speed. Really oh God,
my heart beat fast. I hate that.
Calm down, player. Calm down, player.
I hate that. I be like, I get that. You know where I get that from? No, I grew up with that shit. My mama, I love my mama to death, but she used to do that. I was be so irritated. I was 7 years old watching some shit like, mama, shut up. Like, I love you, mom.
You definitely got to that for sure.
But I hate that. That's one of my pet peeves, man. Like, leave me alone while I'm doing my thing.
Well, you guys, it's been great. We had a great show.
Definitely.
We did have a great show. So Tune in for our next episode of Ghetto Love Goes sometime next week, maybe the week after. I'm just kidding, y'all. But
don't play.
Thank you all for watching. This episode drops on a Wednesday. Every Wednesday, our episodes drop at 7 p.m. Central Time. And we want to thank Donny for being our special guest and giving his input on everything. We'll see y'all next week.